Hi, I'm Kati Agocs, and I am a composer of American, Hungarian, and Canadian background living in Boston. And as part of the March 8th concert, the Rain Soloist Ensemble will be performing my mixed quartet, Rogue Emoji, and it's scored for flute, clarinet, violin, and cello. And I want to thank all the musicians for performing my music. This piece has vivid character markings, a little bit about the inspiration behind the piece. It's a hyper-lyrical piece. Picture an emoji on your phone, on a text message or social media, going berserk, going through all these very quick mercurial changes of texture and emotion. It's all about color. The piece is structured in 6 short, interconnected movements. Each has its own strong texture and emotion, and they flow together without pause to make a 14-minute duration. The first movement has repeated patterns which are warped and morphed and growed into this sort of Doppler effect. The second microcosm has really strong melody. It's like a melodrama. And the third is a quick mixed meter dance that showcases the higher E-flat clarinet and has antiphonal writing between pairs of instruments. The fourth movement features meditative solos which grow into cadenzas and showcases the alto flute. The fifth movement is a colloquy in which each player is playing in their own world, even their own tempo area, completely alienated from each other. The sixth and final movement starts with a relentless ostinato, which gets hijacked by a fugue, but then that falls apart into utter chaos. And the whole thing, after falling apart, re-emerges with a return of a reprise of the opening movement's tempo and texture. So that's a really great thing to listen for as you're experiencing the piece, because that's a celebration of finding individual strength, not only of each player, but finding a collective resonance for the whole ensemble out of chaos. There's a strong sense of musical narrative in Rogue Emoji. You ask, to what extent does the listener's experience influence the compositional process? I would say that I'm thinking of not only of the listener, but a lot about the players and a lot about me as a composer, because I'm obsessed with form, musical form. I love making forms that are not only satisfying and clear, but also surprising. So I was really asking the question, how far can things fall apart in the middle of the piece? How much can they fragment, but also return to unity at the end of the piece? So with that, I would like to thank the soloists and Rain Soloist Ensemble, and wish you all a very happy International Women's Day. As part of the International Women's Day celebration, I'd like to mention 2 musical women who have been influential on my journey as a composer. And one is the American composer, Joan Tower. This is a picture of Joan and I, and she was born in 1938, and aside from being a trailblazing composer, she's also been a really great friend and mentor, someone I can really talk to and also party with. I would also like to mention the American soprano, Adele Addison, who was my voice teacher in New York. I was a church musician for many years, and Adele is a stunning soprano and also an incredible pedagogue. There are some recordings of her doing sacred works in the 1950s with conductors such as Bernstein that have recently been posted to YouTube, so feel free to check those out.